Let's run 20 miles. Good morning, my friends, and happy Saturday for me right now. It is my first of hopefully 2 20-mile long runs in my marathon training block. This is the first time I'll ever ran 20 miles on road in my life. We know I've ran a bajillion times on trail, and we're getting ready to get out the door. Now, it's the middle of October, which means the sun doesn't rise as early right now, so it's only 6:42. I did sleep in a little bit this morning because somebody, where you at, miss? Somebody decided to wake me up at 4 in the morning. Hey, you want to talk about what happened in the middle of the night last night? You want to talk about what happened? She said, it was my birthday. It was my birthday. Good morning to you. Did you bring a stick in the middle of the night? Yesterday was Kona's 3rd birthday. So she woke me up in the middle of the night. She did need to go out, but she also just started waking up in the middle of the night to cuddle recently. That's her new thing. So, all right, I have all my stuff already, like actually set out. Ready to rock and roll for my run today. So in here we have just water, a caffeinated liquid IV. Liquid IV just released these new caffeinated, these are sugar-free, but the caffeinated flavors, and I don't know, I like them so much better than the other ones. I don't know why, maybe it's the flavors, maybe it's because they're sugar-free, they feel like less heavy, but I have been loving these for morning workouts. They don't really mess with my stomach, which it's kind of been a little, I ate something weird this week, so that's what we want. So we've got some liquid IV here. I did yesterday got a Propel and a Wawa pretzel. So I'm gonna try to get some carbs on the stomach, digest something quick and easy, get a little bit of breakfast in, and then head to the trail. So when the sun rises, we can get out there and get after it. We're doing it. The sun is up. We're making it happen. I get so anticipatory. Like, I just need to it's hard to rip the Band-Aid on 20 miles. Like, that's like 3 hours of running, and you can't rush. You just have to settle in an embrace and lean in to multi-hour runs. And I know in the ultra world, that's different, but I have like a 10-mile progression in the middle of this, which is just like very novel to me. So it feels intimidating. So I'm definitely in my head a little bit over this run today. It is a 5-mile warm up into a 10-mile progression run into a 5-mile cool down, which, like, I programmed this. This was me. Do I have my phone? Yes, and I packed my headphones last night. Okay, we all look good. So I got the TLM. This is the week 7. I have been having to bounce all around the TLM app this year for this training, but we've got week 7. Those are all of the instructions that we give for it. But it's a 10-mile progression run, like 5 miles zone 2 steady into the 10-mile progression, getting faster, which I'm not really good at controlling my gears and paces. I'm good at like alternating and shifting or running hard versus but this will be good for me to like regulate paces, which I'm not as good at this training cycle. It might end up just being like a 10-mile zone 3 effort for me, which whatever, that's fine. Like, that's what we're here, to figure out gears and shifting. So I'm gonna try to execute this really well. Get very mad about it. Let's do it. All right, I gotta get my pack ready. I hate running, guys. God. You know, I know, it's controversial. Running at the pack, unless you absolutely have to, is the worst. I don't know why everyone's obsessed with running in packs. I don't get it. They suck. The only reason I do it is because then I can take the longer route and bring more water with me. But if it was up to me, I would stop in my car every time. But with these long runs, I have to do it that way. It's not fun. I hate it. No. I got these new Brooks Hyperon 3s. I ran 8 miles in them this week. They felt a little tight on my foot, but I wore like a thicker Bombas sock. I have a Stan sock on the center today, so I'm gonna start in these. I might race in these. I really like these New Balances. I've ran a lot in these, but these would be like a fresher, newer shoe. They do feel poppy, but if not, I think most of these are nylon plates. Like, these are a $250 shoe, and this was like actually only a $200 shoe, which, I mean, that's not cheap, but all things considered, plated shoes are like $350. Yes, I know I have a lot of expensive shoes. So these I like, they work really well. I've done quite a few runs in them. I thought about getting a new pair of these for a marathon, but then I got these and they just released them. So I'm gonna try these today, see how they feel. If not, I'll change to those if for some reason these bother my feet. But yeah, it's just ain't nothing to it but to do it. All seriousness, it is true, these runs do intimidate me, and it's funny because I haven't ran 20 miles at a time since I ran 100 miles last year. And I don't want to be the person who, like, my entire identity is that I ran 100 miles, although that is a big piece of who I am, and it was a big thing in my life. But it was more so that training cycle kind of like altered my brain chemistry permanently and changed the way that, like, I view myself, and hard things and obstacles and all of this stuff. Just like, it just really shifts that. So, like, yes, this 20 miler intimidates me, but it doesn't intimidate me. My videographer is going to yell at me for my microphone being tossed down the entire time. So my 20 miler intimidates me, but, you know, thinking about the fact that the last time I ran 20 miles was in the middle of running 100 miles last year. It's different though, because that training cycle, like, legitimately altered my brain chemistry permanently. And it wasn't even the race. Like, getting to the race, I felt this shift. And I think it comes from years of maturity of doing really long, hard distance stuff. But I remember the first time I ever ran 20 miles, assuming I run 20 today. Like, I mean, I could fail to run and have to stop or whatever, and maybe this vlog will never see the light of day if that happens. But, you know, I failed the first time, and then I had to redo it, and I went back the next day and I did it, and I cried, and it felt like the hardest thing I had ever done in my entire life. I remember just being ecstatic and so, like, wow, I just ran 20 miles. Like, I remember that deeply, and I couldn't even tell you how many times I've ran 20 miles in my life now since then. I mean, so many 20-mile runs, especially with ultra training. But this is different. It's road, and it's faster, and it's new, and it's different to me. But, like, the way I mentally respond to that, even though I'm, like, a little skeeved out by it, it's still not to the same extent and capacity as I did those early days where, like, it would scare me, like, every single week. And I will say that this year, running so much more faster has been me really getting out of my comfort zone, because I didn't, between my injury and running ultras and all of my whole spiel and spiel and story and all that. You know, this was like this year of doing the high, hard, fast stuff, like the high rock stuff. I thought was really good for me because it really forced me to get out of my comfort zone of, like, running hard and running fast and getting, like, more tolerable with that. So all that to say, I know I'm joking that I'm a little, like, in my head about this today, and you should care about your goals. You're going to be in your head about things you care about, but overall I actually feel like, okay, like, I'm just going for a run today. Like, it just is, for the most part. It's more so like the fact that, like, you can't cheat out time. Like, you can't make time go much faster than it is. I mean, unless you run faster, but you can only do that just to some degree too. So sometimes you just, like I said earlier, like, you just lean into it, embrace it, and accept it, and, like, you just kind of turn your brain off, and the work is the work, and the work needs done, and it just is. So I guess there's my little pep talk, other than my silly goosiness. I feel like I'm going to bring more gels with me today than I did last week, because I regretted not having more, I feel like, as I went through the day. So, but God, I hate having this much weight. Like, this is so heavy for road running. That's why I hate it. We are 3 miles in. I was a little sloggy at first. I took a 20-gram Cis gel and a 30-gram Precision Nutrition Chews already 30 minutes in. So 50 grams total already. I like getting ahead of it. 1, you should do that. 2, like, I didn't eat as many carbs this morning as I should have, with my stomach being a little weird the last few days. I don't know what I ate, but I wanted to get ahead of that, ahead of the day. Drinking some electrolytes in this bottle. And I did pop a 100-milligram caffeine pill about 15 minutes in, so it peaks about an hour later, which is when I'll start the 10-mile progression. So feeling a little bit better and good so far. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay, 5 miles in, starting the progression. Already started too fast. I have a hard time with those perfect waterfall gears, but we're gonna just take it in, like, stages of effort, I think. Just pushing harder every few miles and just see where we go. All right, let's do it. Okay, 15 in, 5 easy, 10 progression, average pace 8:32. I descended from, like, 9 to, like, 8:10 minutes per mile. I actually am so proud of myself for how well I controlled that. Actually, I was shocked. I don't know, I gotta look at the data, but 5 more. Okay, just a quick turn and burn at my car. I'm just gonna get a handheld and some gels for the last, like, 4.5 that I have. My legs definitely feel that I ran hard, so I don't want them to lock up. We have to get this done. Okay, let's freaking go. I just ran 20 miles at an 8:57 pace. 5 miles, easy, 10-mile progression, 5 miles steady. That is the fastest and longest road run I've ever done in my life. I've never done anything like that. I know that that's very average for a lot of people, but I'm so proud of that. Holy shit. I am so proud of that. Wow. That is a 20 miles in under 3 hours, 2 hours and 59 minutes, almost on the dot. That is a sub 4 hour marathon effort. If I could extend that for even 10-minute miles or like 950 miles for the last 6. Oh my God. I'm so proud of that. Again, I know that's not heroic to anyone else, but if you've been here on this return ultra to my 52 miles 2 years ago to 100 last year to getting fitter and faster high rocks this year, oh my God. I fist pumped and cried. Well, I'm crying on camera right now. I'm really, 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 really proud of that. Holy. All right, we are back home and we will give a little recap of that run. I gotta get my phone, I gotta tell you the data. Regis, my husband, is here judging me. He's always judging me for my influencer games. Okay, we did 20 miles. 5 miles easy in like the 9:30 to 9:45 pace. And then I did that 10-mile progression starting at 9-minute miles. I actually was really proud of that. I am not really good at controlling my mileage pace like that. I can go like shift gears of efforts, but I actually did really good. I went from 9 to 8:53, 8:46, 8:39, 8:34, 8:31, 8:24, 8:23, and then 2 at 8:08, like on the dot, which that was my tempo run pace and effort. If you guys go back and watch when I did my threshold run back in August, so that felt pretty good to be doing for miles 15 and 14. And then I was gonna do 5 easy / steady. I had one at like 9:56, but then like I didn't really feel bad. And sometimes after I get done running fast, that sharpness like remains and I just felt good. So I did 9:21, 9:11, 8:41, 8:36. I didn't intentionally mean to like progress with those either. I just felt good. I also crushed calories at the very end of that. So I think that might be why. So I will go through what I ate nutrition wise as well, because I didn't do a good job taking clips during the run, simply because I was focused on executing said run. So the update on these Hyper on Max 3s, I like them. I like them a lot. I've wanted these for a while and then they just released the third ones. So I'm glad I waited and I am very happy with these and they're just a sexy looking shoe. So let's dig through. I saved all my trash for you guys and just so I can go over this because I know the nutrition is what really eludes people when it comes to running and training. So let's dig out all of my trash here. Okay, I did 3 water bottles. I honestly probably could have done more. With the way I have to do my loops and my routes and like running the same thing over and over, I've been having a hard time like mapping out my runs without stopping at my car too much, but I don't really want to bring that much water with me. Okay, so hour 1, I did a 20 gram salted strawberry, and then I did a 30 gram precision fuel. And then I think I did 2 cis. So that's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 of this. And then with like 10 minutes to the hour, I started to take this cis beta fuel, which is 41 grams. So probably like 80 on the hour for that. And then I took one of these Victus ones, which I really like, which is 45. So probably another like 75 on the second hour. And then when I stopped back at my car a little over 2 hours going into 3, I had 2 of these, which is 20 grams of carbs. That was like such a nice little treat after I finished that progression. And then I had another cis beta fuel. So that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then I needed the carbs. I felt good. I think this is why I ran so fast at the end. I had another one of these. So that's, I think I had like 5 grams of carbs an hour on that last hour. That's probably why I ran so fast. So that's a good sign. My gut definitely had a hard time with the carbs with the faster efforts, especially once I got to like that half marathon to threshold-ish range-ish for me, I guess. I don't know. I did do 1 electrolyte. These are from Legion. This is their new ones because I just wanted a lemon lime flavor, which was 500 milligrams of sodium. I probably could have done more sodium. I meant to pack salt pills. With my reflux being an issue recently, sometimes drinking 2 bottles of sodium just doesn't sit with me. I have to have at least 1 clear, so I didn't want to do too much of it. So I meant to bring those just to fill in the gaps of my nutrition. So that would be 105 plus 80 plus 85. like 270 grams over 3 hours, so like 90 grams an hour. So we crushed that, feeling really good. I definitely think I'm just gonna have to stick with it on race day with my gut tolerance. I might not hit quite that 90 range that I've been hitting on all along my long runs, but I think I should be able to get 70 to 80. And these 45 gram Victus and Cyst gels are probably really what I'm gonna take in a lot, but I like the 20 gram ones as well mixed in, because I really can't take these all at once. I kind of have to take like half and then I guess hold it in my hand and take the other half, but basically I can do like 2 of these in an hour and it's just a lot less. I do need to figure out for race day how I'm gonna carry all of this water, this, that, all the gels. I might buy one of those like bra tops that has them in there. I'd ask for suggestions, but I don't know when this is getting posted. I should buy it sooner than later. But otherwise, once I finished my run, I crushed these and I ran some errands. I felt so good. So feeling that strong after running 20 miles with that much quality effort in it, really I have to, you know, good training, crushing nutrition. And most of all, I really want to remind you guys that a performance like that in a long run today is something that I've been working towards through a year of training and rebuilding and building fitness. If you've been here, you saw the build towards the high rocks is lots of speed work, lots of hard running, bringing back volume to do that. And then building towards this with more tempo, moderate effort runs, and really stacking those bricks with mileage to get to this point here. So we are officially 1 month and 3 days out from Richmond Marathon. I'm really excited. I feel like that run was what I needed. Even if the race day doesn't go well, like I just feel like I needed that run to feel good about the training, and the goals that I had this year is really just becoming a better, stronger runner more than anything. So like having these long runs and these training go well matters so much to me, because I love the process. I love to race, but I love the process. I love the work. I love getting better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along with me today on my long run. I know this is probably a quicker vlog because it's really hard to document when you're running and you're trying, but I wanted to bring you guys on my biggest training run, show you how I feel for 20 miles and show you how you can feel when you train hard, train well, and eat to support it. Now I am home and I desperately need a shower and to eat some food, which is a good sign, right? We are feeling good. So otherwise, thank you guys for being here. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. I will bring you along probably for a taper vlog and then race day, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one, and thanks for being here.